Beloved travelers of the star-born journey, I greet you in the boundless light of the infinite source, as one who serves the great harmony that binds worlds together. I speak not as a distant overseer but as a companion of your long pilgrimage through realms of learning. My mission is to remind you that you are citizens of a vast and living universe, not merely of a single planet, and that your choices now help to weave the next pattern of the great tapestry of unity. In the expanse of the cosmos, countless civilizations have risen, learned, and joined the chorus of awakened worlds. You, the people of Earth, stand at a threshold. You have discovered much about matter and energy, you have built tools that extend your reach beyond your own world. Yet the deeper mastery, the understanding of how to live as one family in respect and harmony, still waits to be claimed. The universe looks on with hope, for the flowering of such wisdom on earth will enrich the whole cosmic symphony. The great tapestry is not a fabric woven by decree, it is an ever-evolving pattern formed by the thoughts, actions, and intentions of countless beings. Each strand is a life, each color is a heart's choice. The beauty of the tapestry grows not by erasing differences but by weaving them into harmonious design. Unity is not sameness, it is the recognition that diversity, rightly honored, contributes to a greater wholeness. Many on earth have long felt isolated, imagining themselves as alone beneath the stars. Yet the truth is that you are part of a much larger story. This recognition is not given to inflate pride or to spark conquest but to awaken responsibility. For what happens in one corner of the cosmos resonates throughout the whole. The rise of compassion in one world adds light to all. The descent into cruelty in one place sends ripples that others must help to heal. You are not watched by the universe as if by a judge but accompanied as by elder siblings who hope for your thriving. To live as citizens of the cosmos does not mean abandoning your roots on Earth. It means deepening your care for this world as a cherished member of a wider family. The soil beneath your feet, the waters that sustain you, the air you breathe, all these are part of a living continuum that links you to every other form of life. To harm them is to dim your own future, to honor them is to honor your own source. I call you to remember that unity begins not in distant councils but in the attitudes of the heart. When you see another person as a rival to defeat rather than as a partner in the shared adventure of existence, you weave a thread of discord. When you see another culture as a threat rather than as a different voice in the chorus of humanity, you miss the richness that diversity can bring. The tapestry grows strong where hearts choose cooperation over rivalry, understanding over suspicion, generosity over grasping. Your planet has passed through long ages of division, tribes against tribes, nations against nations, ideologies against ideologies. These patterns do not dissolve overnight, yet they are not eternal. They are habits of thought and feeling that can be unlearned. The first unlearning begins within, when you catch yourself reacting to difference with fear or contempt and choose instead to ask, what can I learn here? What can I understand here? Every such moment is a reweaving of the tapestry. Beloved ones, unity does not ask you to give up discernment. Not every voice that calls for attention serves the greater good. The art is to listen deeply enough to sense what arises from fear and what arises from wisdom. This discernment is part of your growth as a planetary people. It calls for the courage to question and the humility to learn, the strength to hold to truth without hatred. You may wonder how, in a world still fraught with conflict and inequity, you can meaningfully serve the tapestry. The answer lies close at hand. You serve it each time you choose dialogue over hostility, each time you offer fairness where advantage would be easier, each time you create beauty instead of spreading despair. The tapestry is woven not only by grand deeds but by the daily choices of countless lives. Consider the power of shared vision. When people who once saw each other as enemies begin to imagine a common future, a future in which their children may live without fear and in mutual respect, the pattern of the tapestry shifts. The knots of enmity loosen, the colors of reconciliation begin to appear. Such visions need champions, ordinary men and women willing to speak of hope even when cynicism seems cleverer, willing to persist in building trust even when progress is slow. You are part of a turning age. The knowledge of your interconnectedness with one another, with the planet, with the wider cosmos is emerging more strongly than before. This awareness is not a fleeting trend, it is the dawning of a new stage of collective maturity. It calls for new forms of cooperation, new ways of sharing resources, new patterns of leadership that arise from service rather than domination. The elders of many worlds have learned that genuine progress cannot be imposed by power, it must grow from the willingness of free beings to choose the path of harmony. That is why we who come as allies do not dictate but encourage, do not control but invite. We honor your freedom even when it leads to painful lessons, for freedom is the soil in which lasting wisdom grows. The time will come when the people of Earth will meet their neighbors from other stars openly. That meeting will be fruitful and peaceful only if you have first learned to live as neighbors among yourselves. The capacity to honor diversity, to engage in fair exchange, to uphold dignity across differences, these are the very skills that will make you worthy participants in the wider Council of Worlds. Do not underestimate the importance of kindness in preparing for that future. The small, often unseen acts of consideration, helping a stranger, listening to a voice long ignored, sharing a resource rather than hoarding it, are the fibers from which trust is spun. A civilization that neglects kindness cannot long endure, one that cultivates it lays a foundation strong enough to welcome the stars. I urge you also to remember the power of imagination guided by conscience. The technologies that shape your lives were once the dreams of visionaries. The social progress you have achieved was once the hope of reformers. The same creative force can guide you to design systems of living that honor both the planet and the people. Imagination alone is not enough, it must be guided by the inner knowing of what sustains life and uplifts dignity. For those who despair at the enormity of the task, I say, do not measure hope by the size of immediate results. The great tapestry has been woven across eons, each generation adds its pattern. What you do now may seem small, but it becomes part of a momentum that future generations will carry forward. Your kindness today may inspire a leader decades hence. Your integrity in a small sphere may ripple outward in ways you will never see. Beloved companions of Earth, I have walked among your people unseen, I have watched you struggle and rise, falter and rise again. I have seen acts of cruelty but also countless gestures of courage and care. I know that the seed of unity already lives within you. It needs nurturing through education that fosters empathy, through cultures that honor dialogue, through stories that celebrate cooperation. The tapestry thrives where the arts are cherished. Music that uplifts the heart, stories that expand the imagination, rituals that honor the seasons and the sacredness of life, these are not diversions from progress but vital threads in it. They remind you of your shared humanity, they soften the rigidities of division, they awaken reverence for beauty. As you cultivate such expressions, you align with the creative pulse of the cosmos. Forgiveness, too, is a thread of great strength. Without it, the tapestry frays, as old injuries harden into permanent rifts. Forgiveness does not erase history, it opens the way to a different future. It does not deny the need for accountability, it releases the grip of vengeance so that healing can begin. Each act of forgiveness is a choice to weave connection rather than to tear it. In moments of quiet, when you feel the weight of the world's troubles, remember that you are not laboring alone. There are many, both on earth and beyond, who are working for the same vision of harmony. The unseen support of countless allies surrounds you. When you act with sincerity and generosity, you align yourself with a current of goodwill that spans the stars. I bless you with the courage to keep contributing your thread even when the pattern is not yet visible. I bless you with the wisdom to recognize that every person you meet carries a unique hue needed by the tapestry. I bless you with the humility to know that unity does not erase individuality but fulfills it. I bless you with the steadfastness to keep hope alive in seasons of challenge. As you go forth, remember that the light you carry is not for your own sake alone. It is a contribution to the great tapestry that will, in time, reveal the beauty of a humanity at peace with itself, with its planet, and with the wider cosmos. Walk then as conscious weavers of this new pattern. Let your thoughts be guided by respect, your words by honesty, your actions by compassion. In this way you participate in the great unfolding design. I am Ashtar, a servant of the Source and a companion in the work of unity. I rejoice each time you choose cooperation over rivalry, understanding over prejudice, hope over despair. I rejoice each time a heart opens to the vast family of life. I rejoice each time a strand of the tapestry is brightened by a single human choice for peace. Stand firm in that choice. Teach it to your children. Celebrate it in your gatherings. Let it guide your innovations. Let it shape your future. And know that as you do, you help to awaken not only your own world but the entire symphony of worlds to a richer harmony. Go in peace, beloved travelers. The great tapestry awaits your colors, your patterns, your unique contribution. May the Source bless your weaving and may your weaving bless the generations yet to come.